All right, welcome to another episode of the Theater Professor vidcast. My name is Terry Dana Jakimak II, and I'm the Theater Professor, and I want to welcome everybody that's new to the vidcasts. Very happy that you're here. If this is your first vidcast that you're ever watching of mine, make sure you check out the ones that happened before this. You don't necessarily have to watch them in order, but there are some that come before this. I believe is my third one so far in the ArtRage for the Desktop series. And that's what this is. This is ArtRage for the Desktop. As you can see, we have our ArtRage all set up, ready to go. Last week we talked about the paintbrush as well as the the pencil. That's right. So this week, we're actually not going to focus right now on the tools. I want to show you how to do something. Hence the reason you can see my entire computer screen here. Well, you might be able to. You will see more here in a second. What we're doing is we're going to be importing brushes. Okay. So this is one of those things that is fairly easy actually with ArtRage 4.5, but is not something that's intuitive, so not something that you think of doing immediately. If we look at here my sticker spray and we open up my presets, you'll see that I have a variety of different presets, including things like Jazz Grunge, Neil brushes. These are all packs that I've downloaded that other people created, and if you're a bronze member, you're actually going to be getting your first set of my personal brushes on Monday. I'll be releasing that on Monday. So I wanted to be able to show you how to do this so that when you get my brushes, you can easily import them. You can see I've got a bunch of, they're fabulous little brushes. Now these are some that actually came with it. Nature Stamps came with it, art brushes, etc. But these are, and then it's not just the sticker spray. We could go to our oil paint. You'll see I've got several different basic oil brushes, dry brushes, etc. I think I have some in here in the pastel, do I? Yeah, I have colored pencil. So this is essentially what we're going to be learning how to import. So the first thing, obviously, that you have to do is you have to have the package. That's what they're called in ArtRage. You need the package to be able to import. So to find a package, what we're going to do is I'm going to bring up my browser. Hey, look, it's me. And I'm going to go to the ArtRage forums. And that's boom, 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 boom. The ArtRage forums. This is where we find the things we need. All right, if we scroll down, we're going to go to art supplies. So you can see this is forums.artrage.com. We're going to art supplies. And I'm just going to scroll down until I find, I've already got Juzz's. I don't need his. Here we go. This is Someone Sane's Grass Brush Sticker Spray. Someone Sane is a fairly regular poster on these forums. So if you're watching this, Someone Sane, love reading your posts. If you're not and you go to the forums, well, visit them, say hello. You can see we have a link here. Here is an Artpack, and it contains these 5 sticker brushes. Grass Patches, Patches 1, Bunches GL, Brush A, and Brush B. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on that. What that's going to do is download it. You may have to, depending on your browser as well as your computer, you may have to right-click and save, right-click and save link as, etc. But you can see that it's opened up down here. Now I'm going to show in the folder so you can see it. So there it is right there. You can see it's got a little like package next to it. That's how we know that it is a package specifically for ArtRage. So if we go over to ArtRage, we come here, click File, we can install a package file. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to find my package file, which we know is in the downloads. So we're going to go to this PC downloads. And I've got it set up so the most recent one is here. Here it is. I'm going to open it. I'm going to click it, then open it. And this comes up. And this is the install package setup. Okay, Someone Sane's Grass Brush Sticker Spray Presets. It tells you who it's by. I'm going to butcher this name. Gaetan Laprade which is someone saying, contains 5 grass sticker sheets and 5 spray presets for creating quick grassy fields. Okay, so we see our presets and we see our brushes. Let's click install. It's done. We have a log if we wanted it, and we close. Now, if we go over to the sticker spray and we change our group, and we will look grass brushes by SOS. So let's see what these grass brushes do. I'm gonna grab, oops. Oh, that's weird. Why? Oh, hold on, sorry. There we go, selected. Let's grab A. Ooh, I'm just doing it. Oh, and it varies the size. Oh, that's kind of fun. Let's change to a color like green. Grass brush B. This is grass bunches. Grass patches. And the other grass patches. Now, obviously, all of these can be edited if you wanted to. If we bring open the settings and we take open the spray variation, you can adjust things if you want to. A lot of adjustments here. If it's your first time doing this, I would suggest not messing with these yet. Okay, close that. So that's essentially how we upload these presets, or the presets. Now, let's say you want to save some presets, and this is what I do when I'm saving presets. Let's clear this out. And let's make a preset in, let's do watercolor. Okay, I'm going to open up my presets box. I'm currently set up with no preset. I'm going to, let's play around with some of these and see what we can get. Nah, I don't like that. Well, it's a little better, but I'm gonna adjust something here. These are things we haven't gone over with yet, but I'm gonna change my layer texture. And you'll see what this does in just a second. This will be a whole nother tutorial. Let me grab the concrete, click OK. No, concrete's not what I want. I thought it was, but it's not. What about coarse weave? What's that one do? Okay. And let's grab a color like blue, dark. Let's go darker blue. Okay. So now let's say this preset we really like. We don't really, but let's say we did. It is kind of fun over top of things. We would come up here to this arrow and we would click new preset. And let's call this tutorial preset. Now, what I'm going to do here is, you can see I can put it in a group. I could create my own new group. Let's see. Let's add a group. We'll call this tutorial. Click OK. So now this is going to be going into a brand new group. We're going to store the size. We're not going to store the color. And we click OK. Okay. So now I can easily, let's go ahead and start a brand new painting. And I'm just clicking OK through this. And let's start with watercolor. We'll just pick, we'll put some of this down. It's delicate on dry. And then if we go over to our preset, now it does not keep the texture that I created, but it does keep all of my other settings. My pressure, my thinners, my loading, and these right here. If I wanted to go back and add that texture back in, I just come over here. This is one of the things that I wish it did. I wish it saved the texture that I attached to it as well, because that'd actually be a lot of fun. Let's see. Let's try black wool and see what it does. I love playing with these. Nah, it's okay. Not my favorite. Let's see what else we got. And feel free to play with all sorts of textures. See what you can, see what different textures can create for you. Let's see. Shrinkled. Click OK. Not much of a difference. So we got to go back. Let's go back and do one of the ones that I know will make a difference, which is in this rough, our coarse weave. There we go. Okay. So now let's say we have our presets and we want to create a package for somebody else so other people can use this preset as well. It's very simple. All you do is you click this. Nope, just kidding. Where? Oh, that's right. It's up here. You click the file and you create a package file, and then you have to add a group. Go to our presets. We want to go into our watercolor. Oh. No, I'm doing that right. Okay. Sorry. And then we add from our watercolors our tutorial preset, and then we build it. We're going to build it into downloads and just call it tutorial. Click save. You can read this. If you make changes to the items listed in the package creator, you must build your package again. So if you go back and change this, your package will need to be and there it is. See it? I almost rebuilt it. Let me close that. We're not going to save the template. Technically, you could save the template. We're just discarding it. So now, if we look in our downloads, and we scroll down to our T section, there it is, tutorial. Now, what we can do is we can put this up on the internet and let other people pick and choose and take them and download them. And that's what I'm going to be doing with ArtRage. Okay, so you guys will be able to get some of these. The other way you can do things is the sticker spray. And the sticker spray allows you to create packages that are much more similar to Photoshop brushes. Okay, if you've ever used Photoshop, you know those brushes, there's billions of them out on the internet that you can get, you can download, and you can use. So let's do this. You can actually download brushes. Now, I was having some glitch problems before, but let's see what happens. You can import a Photoshop brush. These are a bunch of Photoshop brushes. Some I've created, some I've downloaded. But let's do this one right here. Let's see what happens. You can now choose to download as any of these. So let's pick one. Let's get something that's pretty distinct. This one right here. I'm going to click OK. And look, I've just taken a Photoshop brush and I've added it to ArtRage. Okay. Let me clear this layer. Clear this layer too, since I forgot I had 2 layers. Increase the size so you can see. And there it is. So I just downloaded that. Now, if I wanted to, I could move this item to its own group. So if we come over here, oh, silly rabbit, let's add a group. Tutorial Photoshop brushes. And then we're going to go back to where we just were, which is in the grass, and we're going to move this to Tutorial Photoshop Brushes and click OK. So now it's in our tutorial. And you can keep doing this. You can come in, import a different brush. And see, this is one of those glitches I've been getting. If I restart it, this error will not occur. So I don't know what's going on with that, but you can see nothing shows up, which is kind of obnoxious. And you would think that it's because it's a different brush, but it's not, because I've done the same file in the past. And so, for example, this is the Nagel series. Oh, and this time it did work. Okay, good. So let's grab another. See, I say things and it changes. Click OK. And now we have another one in these series. Now, obviously, I have pressure sensitive, hence the size change as I go. All right. So that is essentially, so if you've created Photoshop brushes and you want to use them in ArtRage, you can. Now, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll go back into the spray variation and I'll adjust a bunch of these things. Usually it deals with things like scale or rotation, that kind of thing. I love doing random things. Where's my randoms? They're right here. So if we change this, there. So now it'll randomly, there we go. That looks a little prettier than what I was seeing before. Okay. The only problem, well, I don't really see it as a problem, is because it's so different than Photoshop. Sometimes you have to do these adjustments to get the correct feel to match what your Photoshop brushes do. So let's, just out of curiosity, let's try another one. Yep, I'm going to get some errors now because it doesn't like me sometimes. Oh, here we go. This one works. Let's see what it is. I just clicked on it. So, whoa, this must be a big file. My whole screen has gone funkadelic. And I'm waiting. While we wait, let's talk a little bit about Doctor Who. You know what I miss? I miss being able to see Doctor Who. And I haven't seen any of this season yet, and it's kind of depressing, but that's what happens when you don't have cable, and you get everything from Netflix and Amazon. What just happened? There we go. Okay, let's take solid paint splatter brushes. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Whoa. Whoa! Let's reduce the size on that. That was pretty big. Haha, you can make some really cool texture effects. Plain paint splatter. Let's switch always change the rotation. And let's change the spray rate down. And you'll see what happens here. I'm going to delete that layer. I meant to clear it, but see, now it rotates and my spray variations, or my rate's too slow. Let's clear this layer again. Let me make this smaller so you can see. There we go. So now it's like a bunch of paint splattering. That's kind of fun. All right. Well, that's about it for this week's video tutorial. I wanted to get you into creating your own brushes and then being able to share those brushes, as well as being able to import other people's brushes. Again, if you haven't already, check www.artrage.com. Their forums. There's a lot of people share their brushes in there. A lot of different things you can look at. Don't be afraid to look around, do a forum search, and see what you can find. My brushes will start going up on Monday for those that are bronze members. If you're not a bronze member already, I ask that you stop by www.thetheaterprofessor.com and sign up for a bronze membership, starting with my followers first, and then as time goes on, I'll start to release those to the general public as well. But I wanted to, this is a way for me to test things, make sure that the things that I'm creating are up to snuff. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys. If there's anything specific that you want to see me do in regards to ArtRage or any art application, let me know. I'm going to be eventually starting a Photoshop series as well. Now, there's a lot of Photoshop series out there, but I really like Photoshop and what it can do, so I'm always willing to do my version of Photoshop tutorials. Next week, we'll probably go back to tools, maybe do a little tool work. ArtRage has so many different things for us to look at that who knows where this will end. This is going to be a very long tutorial series. All right. My name is Terry Danich-Kimiak II, and I am the Theater Professor. Have a good evening.